Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the acclaimed former WBC and IBF welterweight champion of the world, Andre Berto. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the esteemed former two-division champion of the world, introducing Robert the Ghost Guerrero.
More than a decade ago, Robert Guerrero walked into Andre Berto's backyard and beat him in a bruising, action-packed war that left both men bloodied and battered.
Oh, Berto may be hurt. Berto is hurt by the left hand. And down he goes.
2 knockdowns, relentless pressure, and a gritty performance gave the Ghost a unanimous decision win in one of the year's most punishing fights.
Berto's hurt again.
Left uppercuts. He's just been strafed with left uppercuts.
That 2012 fight was a career-defining moment for Guerrero. It launched him into a fight with Floyd Mayweather.
Comes to a close. Mayweather Guerrero.
Now, in 2023, both men are older, battle-worn, and far from their primes, but that doesn't mean they're done.
Years later, can you imagine?
That has to be the record.
I believe it is.
And I can relate to these guys also. So, this round is going to be more about timing. Let's see where the rhythm is.
Knocked down a series of left hands in the first round. The second knockdown, Steen's keys to victory, coming up with a minute gone in the first frame here.
That's definitely a weapon they're both going to be using.
Guerrero said his fists are hungry. Luciano's record of 49-0.
Yeah, both men have a...
You mentioned Guerrero and Berto, February 2006 at the age of 22, both 11th fight on the network, and
I think we're going to see a little bit more activity from them in this round. Berto, this 149-pound weight, California on a ranch.
40-something, who's been away for half a decade.
Yeah, about definitely going back to what.
Oh, beautiful combination.
Was more getting the rhythm, getting the timing, and the second round a lot
talking before the fight, guys. We talked about Berto being at this distance. This is
exactly. Yeah,
I know he's trying to take care of his. He's at an age where he doesn't want
5 years. And Berto putting it on Guerrero we saw 11 years ago. Not surprising.
Berto was able to land early in the round a really nice combination. He uses the jab to set up that right hand and then comes with a half round that was pretty good for him. And here we talked about him staying off the ropes.
Years later, as we kick off round number 3 scheduled for 10, you're the better again, especially since only so many weeks after such a long layoff, and again now a family man.
His son is 16-year-old who he trains. Oh my.
Doing first round. I think that's what they're doing right now here in round 3 before.
Again, Guerrero stepping straight back and Berto being smart about following up. Looks like he's getting there. He's landing on that favors Guerrero.
Straight right hand by Berto, but then the left uppercut rattled Berto as he leaned.
Guerrero working from range, and that was where Berto kind of went through the ropes, and luckily, argue with that.
No, as we can begin round number 4, and not to be surprised, the offense mooted until now as Guerrero.
Left hand really good. It seemed like he hurt Berto.
And Berto on the ropes where he doesn't want to be.
About dictating, getting the rhythm. And you could see that Guerrero's the one dictating.
Again, the jab, his right hand, the uppercut, key punches for him. For Guerrero, that left hand is the key.
When they're on the inside, it just doesn't, and there's Berto always looking to grab that.
Just over a minute left in the 4th, and again, the uppercut.
Berto, we know that. He landed some big ones in the first fight. He tries that uppercut. It didn't quite get there, but he's going to keep throwing that punch.
Thank you.
And he's pushing, and then later on in the round, starting things off with the hook, and then there's the uppercut that does get in.
And again, obviously, their first fight was, a hell of a fight as well.
Oh, and there's that check hook, and it dropped Berto to his knee.
No knockdown.
He's calling it no knockdown, and
He's tapping with that jab. He's waiting for Berto to get in right there.
He's super dedicated to the body, although Guerrero.
Guerrero just misses with the left uppercut to the left. Berto lounging on the ropes in trouble, being frozen by these punches from Guerrero. Shot to the body, the veteran Berto trying
kind of got him back into the fight at a certain point. I saw what he needs to do right now.
The counter again. He's been effective with that counter punch, especially the left uppercut. Berto leaning in, trying to...
noticing that. I'm just waiting for him to commit a mistake.
Another counter left by Guerrero. Guerrero landing the left more frequently here in the fifth.
Well, here, both men trying to get their offense on track, and that's where Berto went down.
That's not the one, this one.
And then later on, again, here's this left hand that pushed Berto back and wobbled him.
He started slowly. The difference in his effectiveness when he's mugging Berto as opposed to boxing is tremendous.
Finding himself on the canvas more and more frequently. There's another left uppercut by Guerrero.
Throw the right hand.
Landed 79% of Berto's, of those landed punches, they were neither should we be shocked at that.
Yeah.
A left uppercut again by Guerrero.
Big shot, but he's overreaching. There it is again.
And there's a left uppercut. And
he did read the keys to
and another uppercut, and the left hook just misses for Guerrero. So here's the toe-to-toe action we saw a lot of in their first fight, trying to resurrect the ghosts of the past.
Making it fun right now.
Oh, wow, what a left hand and a right from Guerrero.
In the last round, this was very much what happened. There's the uppercut from Berto, and they would get into this firefight. Guerrero with the big left hand, and Berto coming back with that short counter right, which he's also known for.
Again, Guerrero leading. Oh, a beautiful right hand from Berto.
The speed, reaction, quickness, I mean, just a snap. Don't get in too close. It's a probably
in an MMA fight I called in Japan. 57-57 on Steve Farhood's underdog in this fight.
Yeah, the corner was also telling Berto that
this is always the debate.
Straight left hand down the middle by Guerrero. Berto going to the body. Now Berto putting Guerrero's commitment to the body remains.
These later rounds, you're going to notice if the conditioning is there.
Half-minute remaining here in round 7. Berto misses. There was an MMA fight. In fact, growing up there,
breaking into that house. Wow.
I like that. Their own home security system
left here in the deep pockets for the last. Oh, what a nice exchange there.
Berto trying to change things around, and he had some moments where, like that right hand, was set up, kind of flashy. There's the big uppercut. And at the end of the round, Berto getting off balance and then getting kind of nailed with that uppercut.
I think almost 100 champions have emerged from the Showbox franchise and jumped from 135 to 147.
Don't push his head down. Don't push
knocked
his head
down Berto twice. And Abner can speak to it. The competitive fire never is quenched.
It's always in your heart, your desire. Obviously, you think you could still do 3 rounds. So this fight so far, it's really competitive.
Two guys have always taken care of themselves outside of the ring.
And this is a fascinating part of this fight because we assume it's.
But again, going back to the it was this pace that favored Berto, the outside, but
that right hook landed. The right hook spelled trouble for Berto. Berto trying to hang on here as the round comes to a close. The right hook.
We talked about Berto pushing Guerrero against the ropes, but the danger is he got countered with that right hook, and then Berto was hit again with a couple of big shots.
Go ahead, Guerrero. You can take over commentary. It's my last night. I could kick back.
I mean, that's the warrior in them.
Pretty good for guys who have not been active.
Oh, and these rounds may very well matter even more than titleist. Guerrero's been in with 12. Yeah. So at the highest one, glimpses of what made them champions.
Yeah.
None of these fighters want to lose, especially knowing that perhaps this could be their last fight.
Guerrero has really tried to stay on the outside a lot more.
Fight overall compared to what we saw the first fight, and it's interesting that.
And then they do come together and they create these moments of excitement. A good percentage for
absolutely. And in their prime, we talked about how high it was, like 86% for Guerrero. And the 10th and final round is here.
Surprising. Even on the series, our unofficial score believes Guerrero with a slight edge. So, it's who knows what.
After Robert Guerrero dominated Andre Berto in their first meeting, it has been a much closer contest here tonight, and Berto coming back now.
The straight left-handed Guerrero, which just got in. He has missed a lot.
Guerrero and Berto land the money punch.
Punches.
Berto has landed some good power jabs. Guerrero probably
Compared to the first time, but when you put things in perspective, you take into account the layups, and that was, you don't want to end it like that. Guerrero and Berto punching to the final bell.
did pretty well for himself. Here's where the left hand is going to come way behind. Now, the body work by Guerrero, doubling what Berto did.
Berto's a tough character. You know, he's fast, he's strong. Tied me up a lot. I wasn't trying to hit him in the back of the head. He kept turning. I think he was scared of that left hand.
All three in favor of the winner, Robert the Ghost Guerrero.